Big news.
Big news.
Day of Chungus. This is, my dudes.
Yeah, we're getting through all of the incredible 9.1 launch Chungus, which is, Blizzard just dropping the patch notes like a rock. Let's be like, sweet, let's parse those. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's poor Mr. Automatic Jack got absolutely fingered.
Yeah,
Poor man.
Absolutely.
Oh dear. So I suppose should we just jump right into it?
Probably. After a word from our I was trying to think how could I bring the fact we're drinking Pepsi Max Lime into this?
No. A word from our sponsor, you.
Oh yes.
Because we have a new emote. We in fact have 3 new emotes. We have these are the 3 new emotes for the channel members.
Oh.
Thank you, John. You fucking crazy dude.
Oh.
So anytime something happy happens, you can say Matt yes for that perfect despondent and dejected blast of agreement. Oh wait, we've got the Wicked in as well.
Yeah. We've got Matt Wicked as well.
Sweet.
Which is if you want to go fast, apparently that's the emote to use. But
so did Matt Hancock's aid. Well done, Adam in chat.
Yep.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. We don't have the Nightmare Fuel emote of me because that was horrendous. I don't feel comfortable with that as an emote because it actually it invokes the same kind of trypophobia feeling in me. Where for those unaware, did you tweet it or something? Or I guess
yes. So I think I tweeted it. I feel bad for anyone who sees it because it's genuinely terrifying.
Yep.
Okay, what? Maybe we'll get it later. You'll find it on my Twitter. Basically, a little bit of a swapperoo happens.
A little bit of Emil up here and me down there, which is, it sounds funny and all, but that texture doesn't work on a human face. Oh, Christ. Anyway, deadly stuff.
Yeah. So let's jump, because we're spicy, of course. That's what we're known for. Right into the news! Drama Alert Nation! I don't know what else he says. I don't watch the gnome.
Good.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You shouldn't do that. Let's talk about
patch notes. Let's dive right in because we have a cheeky surprise.
Woo, don't you love a patch note surprise?
Yeah. So sometimes the release candidate is just that, the candidate, and there will be patch notes that differ from the release candidate. So. Got to start off with this nice little surprise, this crispy surprise that has got some people in a funky situation. So the news came out, right, for all of us sweaty gamers who want to be well prepared. Well prepared. So people then found out, oh shit, going to have to recraft my legendaries so my Legos aren't competing with my domination slots. We'll get onto the domination slots thing later because they're a bit funky and they're a bit funky.
That's
but
fair.
I mean, there's actually lots of good to them. It's just the implementation could have been a lot better. But anyway. So it created this thing, right, where if you made your Legos in patch 9.0 on your shoulder, you'd then be thinking to yourself, okay, well, oh dear, I've got recrafted because the shoulder slot from the new raid will have a domination socket. Now, then, finding that out, a bunch of people thought, okay, well, patch ain't out yet, so I may as well get prepared. May as well get started, on some new legendaries, get started and stuff. That's what some people thought. And some people were doing things like applying sockets to their legendaries in the new slots they were going to be crafting them in, right? So that they could be ready for patch day like a good little Boy Scout.
Yeah, gotta spend that stygia while it's hot.
Yep, and one of those guys, a great healer great dude, Automatic Jack. Lots of great content coming out from him. He's just the guy who tweeted it, right? So it was just funny because he got done dirty. Dirty. So people did that. They put their sockets on, only for the patch notes to say that in 9.1, any freshly crafted legendaries are going to come with a socket on them by default.
The ones that are eligible for a socket from the specific item.
Yes.
So it's not just random sockets on all your shit now. It's actually literally just we've automatically spent the 7,200 stygia for you. You don't have to go spend that now.
Yeah.
Which is, it's so awkward because nice. But if you,
Nice.
if you just said that like a week earlier,
That's
just
what
a
it comes
week
down to.
earlier, please.
That's absolutely it. It's just that thing. The Warcraft, what I find funny, right? If you go to the Warcraft devs Twitter, the bio says official design insights from the Warcraft development team.
Yep.
Number one, if we actually got that, it would be a very spicy Twitter account. But number two, we don't actually get that. I mean, the Classic team actually use that a fair bit, and they seem to be the team that's way more, down with their player base or communicative or whatever, because the modern team just is, away in a bunker somewhere. They don't really communicate that much.
That's exactly it.
But all they could have done is, what the official Blizzard Entertainment Twitter account, Warcraft Devs, says in its bio, which is give us some official design insights, because I think as players of World of Warcraft, we would really appreciate to get some official design insights. And yes, I absolutely sound like a big twat right now, but I actually think that a Twitter account that says official design insights from the Warcraft development team should actually give us official design insights from the Warcraft development team. But that's just a game theory.
That's a very controversial opinion. Very controversial opinion that
Once,
they should take time out of their day to commune with us,
Once more, I'm a toxic gamer.
the players. No, it's a case where obviously, like, I saw someone in the chat say there, that's why you should always wait for the patch. And you're like, that's fair, except for the fact that the item that would be the most efficient to use is going away with the patch, which means you've got this really awkward situation where you're basically like, you're gambling. Will I be treated poorly by the patch without me knowing?
Yeah, it's like it's not actually a game of chicken, but it can kind of feel like that. So, that's basically the situation there. There's not too much to say other than a bunch of a bit more high end people got a wee bit bingered in this one, and that obviously sucks for them. And it's the sort of thing where player investment is really important in an MMO. So whenever you invest in something, and even if a system only gives you the perception, because perception versus reality with DOM sockets, Legos, and all that stuff is quite big. Because you're going to be crafting a rank 5 and a rank 6 is you're going to be doing that anyway, right?
Yeah.
The switches socket, but it's kind of like the principle of it, the design of the system, the way that it feels. It's just that thing.
Yeah.
WoW Dev Team treats players like it's a spreadsheet, and I think the thing we try to advocate for in this channel is that you do not treat humans like spreadsheets, because that's a great way to arm people to give these the kind of, I don't say Ian style in a pejorative way, and I should be very clear, anything I've ever heard about Ian as a guy is like actually really positive. Like he seems like a really nice guy, and all of that stuff. But it's just that thing of what a lot of players pick up on, where it seems like it's a bunch of well, these are our philosophies, they're logically consistent. But then I think for the players, like, yeah, but it feels bad. It feels bad, man. So it's like, it doesn't matter if it's logically consistent. You can make a good argument if it doesn't feel good. And this is just one of those things, because basically we're in the system soup.
Yeah, there was an example of that on Twitter where someone said, like, it's this has all this. I want to say it was Ghostcrawler, but that doesn't make sense. Maybe it was old. Maybe I've just dreamt it. But it was someone going like, no, it was the Breath of the Wild thing. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that last week. But it was the Breath of the Wild comparison, where people were talking about the durability in weapons, but like, well, it's it's so. Like the designers had this grand scheme for it, and it works perfectly under that pejorative, and it's just like, or under that like plan, and it's like, well, players don't have fun with it, so there you go.
That's pretty much it. That's that situation. Yep. It's just like, hey, official design insights from the World of Warcraft development team. Can we have it? I mean,
be lovely.
Why can they not trust their own developers to use a Twitter account? I don't get it. I don't know. Is lore like actually babysitting? What's going on? Please, guys. And I know. I'm saying this in a way where I know I sound like a bit of a dickhead towards them, but it's like they'd save themselves so much bother if they actually gave us those design insights and explained their intent. It's like, why are domination sockets on like only those slots? Why aren't they on other slots? Why are they exactly this way? Why is, this, that? Why is anything? It would be really useful if we actually got those design insights so that we could actually know what the team intends. Because if we know what the team intends, then we can judge them. We can agree or disagree with their intent, but we can at least judge the content on has it successfully, or the design on, if it's successfully achieved their intent. And right now we're just all flying blind. So it's like, I actually think that's what happens. If that happens too much, that's when people start to come in with the wild conspiracy theories.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
You know,
right?
because it's like you've left a big space and people really want answers. So, of course, it's going to get filled with something.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, get control of your own narrative, because once you do that, you have control of the narrative. And then
Yeah.
you control the narrative. And that's really useful for public relations. I'm fairly sure that's like some of the most basic stuff for public relations. So,
Yeah, but at the minute,
Yeah.
the narrative's running circles around them, which you can tell, like, no matter what part of community discussion you go to. Like, I mean, even the prime example, and we'll kind of, it's a little bit further down the dock here, but the narrative is running circles around them with the survival guide. More dislikes than likes.